Okay, so today we are going to rekey a deadbolt and a doorknob from Kwikset. We've got the key that came with the lock set. You need that to get started. This is the, well, quote unquote new key that we're going to key it to. So the first thing we have to do is I turn this to where it lines up like that, right there. Bring this in the back, push in, and pull this out. Now I use the other side of this tool and slide it in here and wiggle it until it pops loose. And what it's doing inside there is catching these two prongs and letting them pull off of the ledge that's inside there. Okay, so now we got the cylinder out. Then use the same side of the tool there to get out the retaining clip. Drop that down. Now this is ready to go. You want to make sure you don't pull that cylinder out without a follower, because all the pins on the top, there's pins in the cylinder and there's pins in the top. And if you pull it out, it will drop the pins everywhere. So we carefully put the key in, turn it just a little bit, put the follower in, and we're going to push with the follower rather than pulling with the cylinder. I'll just slide that on and set this aside. Those are all the old pins. I've written down, I've actually measured both keys with a pin. I don't even know what this is called. It's like a pin gauge. I can measure the key and find out what size pin there are. So these are all the pins that are coming out. I just dump those out and get rid of them. And then I put the new key in and follow my sequence. So I'll grab a 3. Sometimes people mess up my order, so that was a 4 that was in the 3 bin. So I'll put a 3, 1, 5, 2, and 2, which is actually a 3. So I actually use the opportunity to put pins in the right place if they're in the wrong spot, just by the fact that they don't match. That's one of the reasons I like to measure them. So if I did it right, they're all flush. Now I can put this back in the cylinder. So again, I push the follower out rather than pulling the follower. And just slide it just like that. And if I did it right, it turns smoothly. Very careful not to pull this cylinder back out and drop all these pins again. If I pull the key out just a little bit, then the cylinder won't turn, and I'm not afraid of popping that loose. Then I put my retainer clip back in. Double check to make sure everything's moving smoothly and the retainer is sitting in properly. It's not quite seated. Then I can put it back in the doorknob, snap it into place, drop that in, and it's done. Okay, so this one's the deadbolt. These are actually a little bit easier because you don't have to take this cylinder out of the doorknob. So that's the key we have. We're going to use this tool, get out our retainer clip. Set that part aside and the retaining clip aside. Grab my follower, put my key in, turn it, push the cylinder out, set that aside. I'm going to dump out all my pins. This key doesn't work anymore. I've written down all the pin sizes for this, so I'm going to put them back in. Start with a 3, a 1, a 5, and 2 2s. And if I did that right, then I can slide this in. So this is a brand new deadbolt. You can see it's kind of glossy, has the lubricant that they put on there. Again, I pull my key out. I'm careful to kind of pinch the key and pull it out so it doesn't pull the cylinder out while I'm doing that. That way I don't accidentally slide it out and drop all these top pins. I kind of put the retainer clip back in a little bit and then put this in because it has that little piece that grabs this, and then your cylinder is ready to go and it's ready to install in your doorknob. So I show people all the time why I like these Kwikset locks. I'm going to show how easy it is to rekey this. So this is the key that came with this lock I just installed. You put the key in, turn it to the 3 o'clock position if you're looking at this as a clock. Take the tool that comes with it, push in, pull the old key, or this is the new key, but pull it out and discard it. Put the key that you want to match or want to rekey it to, put it in, turn it all the way to the 9 o'clock position, and now it's rekeyed. And it works just fine. I can actually rekey an entire house with these faster than 1 or 2 locks the old way.